So I had a really nice weekend. We had a big family get together, like a big extended family. I have like 100 cousins or something. It is absolutely mad. Irish families. Anyway, we were all kind of sharing little bits of advice and little kind of lessons we've learned. And one of the ones that hit home loads for me is just, and it came up loads, is the power of saying no and the power of priorities. So I did a video a little while ago all about goal setting and how when you're faced with challenges, you can actually go back to your goals to help guide your decision making. And one of the kind of the biggest things I'm learning and biggest things that was shared over the weekend was actually the power of saying no and the power of having priorities. You know, they were all touching on how important family was. Obviously, it was a family get together, and how easy it is to get distracted away from what's really important. And actually, the most valuable tool in that is saying no and staying focused. So obviously you'll get your focus from your goals. You'll, I suppose, get a greater grasp of your priorities too from your goals. But collectively, the biggest tool towards those goals and towards those priorities, or complementing those priorities, was learning to say no. And you know, some were saying that, geez, you know, they've mastered it young, or they're seeing co-workers twice their age who literally can't say no. So there is no shame in saying no. Actually speaking, I think you'd respect somebody all the more for saying no in a timely, prompt fashion. Obviously, if somebody says no in late notice, it's really crap. But I just wanted to share that this is such a simple video. Learn that it's okay to say no, and the value that you'll get from it is incredible. All you have to do is actually, if you're watching this video, search up, you know, the power of no, and just type in any entrepreneur's name. And there'll be an interview with them talking about the value of saying no. And that they'll say, you know, most entrepreneurs, the biggest thing that they need to learn is to say no. 99 times out of 100. It comes up over and over and over again. And perhaps because it comes up so much, people ignore it. Sounds mad, but it actually happens. There's too much familiarity, so the point doesn't hit home enough. But for me, it's really hitting home. I'm probably really busy in work, really busy with kind of family commitments, really busy with social commitments. And so I'm being forced to say no more and more and more. And I think sometimes when you're forced to do something, you start to build up a kind of a consciousness of it, and a confidence in it. But also you start to lose your nerves around saying it so much. And I'm actually starting to lose those nerves and starting in tune with that to actually realize the impact and the value it's bringing me. So saying no isn't a bad thing. It actually is really, really good. And it's especially good for you, your priorities, so those closest to you, and your goals. So anyway, I don't think there's too much more I can do in this video. If I go round and round and round, you could probably put a no count and set up some sort of mad drinking game. But anyway, long story short, don't be afraid to say no. It's actually a really, really important process in terms of getting you towards your goals and building the life that you want. I don't think it's possible to build that life you want without learning to say no. So don't be afraid to say no.